I'd like to welcome all of you to the 7th Annual Life Sciences and Healthcare Ventures Summit. This year's event is attended by more than 350 executives representing regional and national venture funds, corporate VCs, strategic partners, and some of the most promising emerging life sciences and healthcare companies.
Assets under management are $60 million and growing. We're out raising money right now and expect to close the rest of this fund by the end of this year. It's a great venue for networking first and foremost. This conference has introduced us to a number of people that we would have never seen otherwise, as well as collaborations with our portfolio companies and other portfolio companies. So there's good energy in the air and a very constructive environment.
We manage about $430 million. The caliber of companies presenting has improved every year and is actually at quite a nice high level right now. It's also impressive that companies can get up there and present what they're doing in a very short period of time. So it's a very efficient way to hear about a lot of companies very quickly. And I think the panels are good topics, good panel members, and I think a lot of good issues are being addressed. So I think all the way around it's been a good day overall for everybody.
Please take a moment to introduce yourself to the person in front of you and then behind you and either side.
This fund is a $240 million fund. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with the quality of the companies that are here. I suspect there will be companies here that get financed, in the near term.
$600 million under management today in 3 funds.
$450 million under management.
We are a $143 million first-time fund.
We manage $55 million across 2 funds.
We have $1.7 billion under management.
The level and quality of folks that are real, venture capital, might have some private equity, but folks that are absolutely actively looking for opportunities.
I've seen about 50 or 60 different business opportunities, both in pharmaceuticals, in healthcare IT, and also in medical devices. And I have met so many different venture capitalists and heard their perspectives. So that really is an eye-opener for me today.
When we make an investment, what we'd like to see is a list of people who'd be interested in acquiring the company.
They operate as venture capitalists, and they're out there looking for deals.
Between the 2 funds, we have over about $115 million, and we're looking to raise a $150 million fund early part of next year. I think the most impressive thing is probably the ratio of venture capitalists to entrepreneurs. Like there were at least 50, if not more, venture capitalists that were walking around looking at the deals. And again, I think that's a really nice and healthy ratio for the entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, it's all about them connecting with us. And I would say that the quality of the presenters was very high relative to some of the conferences both on the West Coast and in the Midwest. And mostly, I would say the CEOs are very well prepared and knowledgeable about what it's going to take to raise money. And I think, they're prepared for the long haul to meet and make relationships with the venture community.
I think the interaction between entrepreneurs, CEOs, and the venture community and investors that are here, I think it's an extraordinarily strong mix, very, very productive mix, and you don't see that in a lot of conferences. In fact, I can't think of any conference that brings it to bear as this one does.
Well, I thought the attendance with people, with investors who are active, which is was impressive, and we had a number of good conversations. I mean, I think that in this day and age, looking for investors for whom a specific value proposition fit is a little of a needle in a haystack, and there were a few needles in the haystack. That was good.
The actual decision makers are here, and I like the fact that a lot of companies are also out here. I mean, a couple of West Coast companies are coming here. There's not just the East Coast. Not to mention that, being able to come and tell your story to a large audience and get your name out there is part of what every little company needs. I'm very impressed. I think we'll definitely come back next year.
We're a $15 million fund. That's a feeder fund for some larger funds, Sanderling, Morningside, and V Spring Capital. I'm very impressed by the turnout. You know, there's been a lot of attrition in the VC industry, and you guys have seemed to capture a lot of the quality firms and representatives here. I think you guys have done a really good job.
We currently have invested $45 million. The real attitude and feeling of this conference is much more upbeat than the last couple of years has been in biotechnology. So I'm quite impressed. We have a lot of people that are very interested in investing, and we have a substantial number of companies that have progressed their company in lean times and are now ready for further investment.
We currently have $25 million under management, but we're currently still raising the new fund, so we expect to have $100 million under management by next summer. I was impressed by the number of people here, the level of energy. You wouldn't think the market conditions were as tough as they are when you walked into this room. People are more optimistic than I expected. Quality of the deals, the technology companies I talked with, I was pleasantly surprised by across all sectors, pharma, bio and medtech. Some very strong technology companies with interesting ideas that I think have a lot of promise. We'll definitely look at a number of business plans that we were introduced to at the conference today.